Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Sorry I haven't posted a video in a while. It's been a little busy at work. I work shift work, so sometimes overtime and stuff gets in the way. I haven't been able to get on the water and post any more videos. But so I had a little time off today, and I figured I'd put together a little video showing how I organize my tackle on my soft plastics, hard baits and everything. Especially for you people who have smaller boats like me. I have a smaller aluminum cage special boat, and it really doesn't have that much storage space in it for my tackle, so I normally have to use a tackle bag. So you kind of gotta try to use get as much tackle in your boat that you can fit in that tackle bag that you can use. So I'm gonna show you guys how I organize my stuff so that I know I have room in my bag and I know I have everything I need when I'm out there on the water. So I'll see you in the video. Alright guys, so I'm about to show you guys my soft plastics, how I have it organized. So I have bags that I actually put in my tackle bag to bring with me fishing, and then at the house I use these Sterilite containers to organize all my stuff. Because I mean, there's certain stuff that where I'm going I might not need. Like if I'm going to the spillway, I might bring more creature baits than I am gonna bring real finesse baits. So it kind of helps me organize my stuff to not bring unnecessary stuff that would take up space, so I can bring the more necessary baits. So I got 10 boxes here, and then for bringing my tackle bag I got 5, because I put some of the boxes in the same bag over here. So the way I got mine organized is some of them is by bait type, some of them is by brand. It depended on how much stuff I have. I don't have a ton of stuff, as you can see, but so like this box is just nothing but Jaboom baits. So I got all my Jaboom, boom bugs, and beaver balls and all that stuff. I don't have that much right now. I need to get some more. I've been using mine. This one, strictly my Googan baits, bandito bugs, Kraken crawls, and all that stuff, so I know where all that stuff is when I go fishing. My D-bombs and pit bosses are all in here. And then I got I was gonna do one box for just finesse stuff, but was gonna take up too much space. So I got my speed worms and all my flukes, zoom flukes and everything in here, all my different colors, stuff like that I normally would use when I go fishing. And you guys get the picture. So I got like swim baits, flukes, Senkos and finesse, tubes and creature baits, brush hogs, lizards, Z-hogs, Z-crawls, and then a whole box full of speed crawls, because you can't go wrong fishing speed crawls in South Louisiana, obviously. And so I keep all this at the house, and then before I take a trip, I kind of have an idea of what I want to fish with. Or say I'm fishing a tournament I've scouted and I've kind of got an idea of what I'm gonna catch the fish on, then I don't have to bring all that unnecessary stuff that's gonna take up space in my bag and make my bag big and bulky and hard to get stuff out of. I can just bring the certain baits that I think I'm gonna catch fish, maybe a few extra ones, different colors or something that it might work, and I can keep my weight in my bag and keep it from being bulky and being hard to get my baits out. Because if you put too much stuff in that bag, and then it just becomes unorganized, and then it's harder to find your baits. So in my actual tackle bag I have 5 little bags. It's the Plano speed bags. I recommend these things over tackle binders. You can fit almost just as much stuff, and I feel like it takes up half the space that some of the big tackle binders you can get at Cabela's. So like I have this one's finesse baits. So that's mainly my swim bait, some of my swim baits, flukes, speed worms, Senkos, stuff like that. Then we got one for tubes and creature baits. So that's all that would be this box. Tubes and creatures, any kind of creature baits. That'd be pit bosses, anything like that. Then I got one box for all my D-bombs and my Jaboom baits, because those are mainly my punching baits or my heavy flipping baits. So those go together. I got my trailers for like my jigs, some of them for swim jigs or chatterbaits, jackhammers, stuff like that. I actually have a box with my favorite jackhammer trailers in it. And then this is all just strictly zoom bait. So my brush hog, speed crawls, and everything. So I really this one, when I first got it and I put all my zoom baits in it, it really didn't have that much room. So I really had to figure out a way to organize my stuff so I'm not bringing all that unnecessary stuff that I don't really like to fish with or don't really have any confidence in. So this has really helped me out doing that. Before a tournament, I'm like, all right, I know I want to bring this, and this. I take my stuff out of my Sterilite containers, put it in there, and then I'm good to go. All right, now that's my soft plastics organization. Now I'm gonna show you guys how I got all my hard baits and my terminal tackle organized. All right, guys, now that I've showed you my soft plastics, now I'm gonna show you my hard baits, spinner baits, stuff like that, terminal tackle. I got all that stuff kind of organized. I have a lot of, I'm really not loyal to any brand. I have a lot of Bass Mafia stuff just because it's normally good quality stuff. I also got some Plano Edge stuff. That's all good, good quality utility boxes. So, let me show you how I have all my stuff organized. So right now I don't have a lot of like crankbaits and stuff like that. So I don't need like 2 or 3 boxes like shallow diving crankbaits, deep diving crankbaits, mainly because I mean there's not a lot of deep places. I mean I go to Sam Rayburn every now and then, but I don't really need a stockpile of them. So I got like one box with all my crankbaits in it so like this side, I mean I don't really have them very organized in here like by like square bill or anything like that, but so I got like some small square bills, some little small crankbaits over here in these little small pockets that I like to throw, my lipless, other square bills, some of my deeper diving in these middle compartments, and a bunch of square bills. So that's how I have my crankbaits. I use the Bass Mafia. I can't remember, it's like the 3700 deep coffin or something like that. Same thing with my top water. So I got all my top water baits in here, top water and jerk baits. It really needs to be top water and jerk baits. But so I got all like my whopper ploppers, little poppers, my frogs over on this side, jerk baits, some walking baits right here, jerk baits in the middle, and really the bottom half right here is all jerk baits, and then I have some more jerk baits in here. And so that's all my top water, and it's in the same box as the crankbait box. I think it's a 3700 deep coffin Bass Mafia box. It's probably about 30-40 bucks. I mean, I got these boxes because I was using just the little cheap Plano ones, and every time I use a bait and I throw it in my box, they come back with rusted hook. I'd end up having rusted hooks next time I use it. So I wanted to invest in some good tackle storage, so I went with this, and I've had no problems with it since swapping to it. So all right, now I'll show you my jackhammers, spinner baits, terminal tackle, and I have a box with my favorite jackhammer trailers and jig trailers. So I don't have a lot of spinner baits. I'm not a big spinner bait fisherman. I'm more of a run crankbaits up in the trees and bounce it off stumps, and if I get hung up, I get hung up type of guy, more than I am a spinner bait guy. So I don't have a lot of spinner baits. I mean, I got most of them are big spinner baits for when I go fish like Rayburn or something like that. I got a few humdingers, like all white humdinger, stuff like this, but really don't have that much. All it is a little small cheap Plano spinner bait box, because like I said, I don't have a lot of spinner baits. I'm not a big spinner bait fisherman. And then this is my terminal tackle. So I got everything from my weights, my hooks, any kind of accessories, bobber stops, blades to put on Senkos. So I basically have all my weights, most of my weights right here, and then my finesse stuff is all on this side because it doesn't take up a lot of space. So this is all my finesse stuff. So it's like my drop shot hooks wacky rig hooks, drop shot weights, stuff like that. And then I got my regular weights all the way from 1/8 ounce to all the way up to 1 ounce, 2 ounce flipping weights, all right there. And then in the middle, right now, I started to get in my hooks. So I got like some Ned rig hooks and some swim bait hooks, some shaky heads, my regular extra wide gaps that I like to throw. I like to throw a 3/0 extra wide gap, Diamond got to normally. Some heavy wire flipping hooks for whenever I'm flipping some thick stuff, and then some regular old short shank hooks. I think these are 3/0 also, just when I'm feeling like throwing a smaller profile hook, not that extra wide gap. And I got all my bobber stops right here for when I'm pegging my weights and all that. Some extra treble hooks to go on my little small crankbaits I like to throw. And then over here in this corner is I got my Senko blades that I put on my Senkos when I'm trying to get a nice little reaction bite. Yeah, so I got that in it's a Guggen Squad Bass Mafia. It's like the 3600 ice box. I was meant to get the 3700 and I ordered the 3600 because that's what my brother told me to get. That's what he had, and then he came back after I already ordered and he said he got the 3700. But I don't have as much tackle as him, so it all fits. So this is probably my favorite box out of them all. I was looking for a good bladed jig and jig box to organize my stuff because I have a lot of jigs and I have a lot of bladed jigs. So that's another bait I like to throw. I don't catch as much fish as I would like to, but it's a great bait to throw around here in South Louisiana, especially if you find some more dirtier water or fishing around grass. So I went with the Plano Edge box, and I'll show you why I love it so much. So it has these little dividers that you take. So you got your bladed jig and you got like where your hook keeper is and for your trailer. All you do is take that, run that right there in between them, holds all your baits together perfectly and they won't move. The only stuff I have that's like kind of out is I have some I got like some punch trailers in here that kind of make it look not as organized, but I got all my bladed jigs on this side by color. So I got white and then my green pumpkin, which is a great color around here in South Louisiana, crawfish, black and blue, and all that stuff on this side. And then these are more my football jigs, flipping jigs, and all that stuff. And then to go with that box, we have another, this is like a little cheap Bass Mafia box. I got all my favorite trailers, and I actually need to get some black and red little chunks like this to go with one of my jigs. I mean to get some and order some and I keep forgetting. So I got like some jig trailers right here and all my little swim baits, Shockwave, and can't remember the name of this one, but all these are baits I like to throw with my jackhammer on the back of my jackhammer. I love throw all these baits. I've caught a lot of fish with them. So but all right guys, that's how I organize all my tackle. So let me know how you guys organize y'all tackle, or if y'all like how I organize my tackle. I'm gonna be trying to put out some more videos, or try to make a bunch of videos this month and next month, because I start turning around in end of July. So then it's gonna be real tough for me to make any videos. So I'm gonna try to make a couple videos where I can post a couple every week or two. That way, you know, I can keep getting you guys to come back and watch and get my YouTube channel going. So if you liked the video, like, subscribe, comment on it, let me know what you liked about it, and come back for another video